Hi, everyone. I'm Mike Ellis. I want to welcome everybody to this webinar. I'm doing this webinar with Trila. She's doing sign for the hearing impaired. Some really cool stuff. Today we're going to be talking about wealth. It's a subject that everybody loves to talk about. They're not quite sure how to get there, but it's a great topic to talk about. And what I'd like to do is really show you a way forward that can actually put you in a position to actually start building your income and building that residual walk-away money. And what I'm going to be doing today is talking about a company, and that company is Onpassive. And Onpassive is doing some extraordinary things online today that have never been done, online, offline, in business, ever. And because of these things, they're actually giving us a way forward to build wealth. And that's why we're here. And the question that I get from everybody as they come in and they start to listen to one of these webinars is, can I make money? And the answer to that question is, yeah, you can make money with Onpassive, and you can make a lot of money. And I'm going to go over that. And what I'd like to do is describe Onpassive just a little bit, and then talk about some concepts that are available to us that will take care of that. Onpassive is an AI IT company. They are an artificial intelligence, informational technology company. AI, artificial intelligence, it's really important to keep that in the back of your mind, because AI allows Onpassive to build a 100% automated business for us. And if you use AI, artificial intelligence, it changes everything. And instead of having 97% of the people that come online fail, 97% of the people that come online will succeed. And as we look at Onpassive, it is developed by a gentleman named Ash Mufareh. And really, Ash's goal was to take that 97% and make them successful. That was one of the main impetus for Onpassive. And Ash Mufareh, yes, he is the brain trust. He is the visionary behind Onpassive. Today, he's working with his technicians in India, Bangalore and Hyderabad, and they're about 600 strong right now. All the tools of Onpassive have been built by these individuals, and they are the brightest of the brightest. These guys and gals are really good. And what they put together is just awesome. And I'm going to get into that in just a little bit. I want to start with 4 simple concepts, really 5. And once you understand these concepts, you're going to understand what they can do for you. And really, that's what's important. What can these concepts do for you? And Ash Mufareh has put this together. It's extremely simple to follow, even though Onpassive is a massive company, and there are a ton of moving parts in Onpassive. If you understand these simple concepts, you're going to understand what Ash has done for us, and what this can do for your bottom line. Very cool stuff. The first concept that I want to share with you is that as you come in and participate with Onpassive, start your business, it is a self-funding business. You will come in once, and you will never have to go out of pocket again. I absolutely love that about Onpassive. I've been doing this for probably 12 or 15 years. And when I first started getting into different companies and trying to make a living online, these guys and gals, they would take me for every dime I have. And they would take it month after month after month. And finally, after 3, 6 months, a year, I mean, I would just quit, or people will just quit because they're not making any money. And that is not Onpassive. As you look at Onpassive, you're going to pay once, you're going to go out of pocket once, you're never going to have to go out of pocket again. Absolutely love that. The second concept is even more powerful. And as people hear this concept, I have never heard an argument against it. As you come into Onpassive, Onpassive is going to force you to be successful. They are going to force you to make money. Excuse me. And what that means is Ash Mufareh and his team is going to guarantee that you will make money. And no, they're not going to ask you to pick up a shovel, dig a hole, and they're going to pay you for your efforts. That's not how it works. Because of AI, artificial intelligence, because this is a 100% automated business, Ash and his team are actually going to help you build your business, get people to come in, look at it, and come in underneath you, and you get paid off of that volume. And volume is really, really important as we think about Onpassive. But that's how it's going to work. Onpassive is going to force you to make money. I just absolutely love that. No one's ever said that to me. Really, when I heard that second concept, I was in. I really was. But the next two are just as important and just as powerful. The next one is the traffic side of Onpassive, and it really brings in the type of volume that Onpassive is going to be doing for us. And as we look at the traffic, we need to look back about 6 months. And 6 months ago, Ash and his team decided to test their traffic sources. And what they did is they just cranked it on. And as they cranked it on, their goal was to bring in 1 million opt-ins, and they did not put a time frame on it. And it could have been a month, it could have been 3 months, it could have been a year. They did not put a time frame on it, but they just cranked it up. And as they ran their traffic, and get this, in 4 days, they brought in 1 million opt-ins. And I've been doing this a very, very long time. I drive traffic. And when I looked at what Onpassive was doing, it was just astonishing. I had never seen that kind of traffic driven in my 12 to 15 years online. It truly was amazing. And what this tells us is, as we look at Onpassive and the volume that they're going to be doing, it's going to be extraordinary. Now, when they drove traffic 6 months ago, they did not use the artificial intelligence that they have today. And when you combine those two, instead of bringing 1 million opt-ins in 4 days, I believe they can do it in 2 or 1 or 12 hours. Again, it's the sheer volume that Onpassive is going to be running for us. And when you extrapolate that over a year, it's massive. So the traffic side, very, very important. And along with the AI, keep the volume in the back of your mind. That's how we get paid. The next thing after the traffic was the customer side. And the customer side is as important as all of them. If you don't have customers, you don't have a business. I believe as customers come in and start using the tools of Onpassive, they will never leave. Why? The tools of Onpassive, they're built from the ground up, they are proprietary, and they're cutting edge technology, brand new technology. And as individuals come in and start to use the tools of Onpassive because they're superior, they will never leave because it makes their job easier and it makes their bottom line better. That's what we're all looking for, make the job easier or make more money. Onpassive will do both of those things with these tools. And the customers could range from anything from K through 12, colleges, small, medium, large size businesses. It could be governments. And I believe it will be all of those. Onpassive is a total business solution and it is a total personal solution. There will be something in Onpassive with these tools of Onpassive that everybody in the world can use. And today our market is about 4.7 billion people. That's really, really important if you want a company that has longevity and is going to be here for the next 10, 15, 20, 30 years. That's what we want. We want that longevity to build the residual income so it's something we don't have to worry about moving forward in our life. So as we look at the customer side and the product side of Onpassive, Onpassive initially started out with the automated marketing platform. And the automated marketing platform has all the tools we use to market online. It could be a server, it could be a domain name, it could be a page builder, a funnel builder, it could be a communication module, it could be traffic, and all of these are on the automated marketing platform. And as we look at the automated marketing platform, again, it is proprietary, it is built from the ground up, it is cutting edge technology, brand new technology. And as people use these tools, they're just going to love them. And as they come in and use them, they will pay a monthly fee that bodes really, really well for us, because anytime you have a customer coming in and paying a monthly fee, our income becomes residual. Ash Mufarah has put this whole system together for us, and it works really, really well for our bottom line, for our income. And that's what we're all looking for. So as we look at Onpassive, how do we come into Onpassive? Today there is a founding position, and that founding position is a $97 position. What does it do? As we come in as founders, we will come in and lock our position in Onpassive and lock our position in the pay structure. That's really, really important because we all want to get paid. And the pay structure of Onpassive is better than anything you've ever seen. It will blow your mind the amount of money that can be made in Onpassive. So coming into Onpassive as a founding member, you're locking your position and you're locking your position in the pay structure. Now there's also another advantage to that $97. As we wait for Onpassive to launch, and it's scheduled to launch this year, 2020, as a founding member, you can share this with other people and you can build a team if you want. Again, Onpassive is 100% automated. You do not have to do that. But if you have that inclination to actually build a team, you can. And there are some tangible benefits to building a team in Onpassive, and I'll get into that in just a little bit. But if it's something you have an inclination to do, is to build a team, you can do that. As we wait for the launch of Onpassive, we have that opportunity, but that window is closing very, very quickly. And once that window closes, there will be no more founding members of Onpassive. So as we come into Onpassive as founders and Onpassive launches, what happens? We come in and we all become customers of Onpassive. There's one membership level. With that membership level, we get all the products of Onpassive. And by the way, there are 50 different products of Onpassive, all of them proprietary, built from the ground up, cutting edge technology. So for that membership fee, we will get all the products of Onpassive. We go into our back office, we click a button, and we become independent resellers of the IT product. That is a label we will have with Onpassive, and that is how we will get paid. As we get that label, Ash and his team, they can pay us now, and that's where we all want to be. I want to back up to the membership level. Once you pay that membership level, it is a monthly fee. But I told you, you pay once, you'll never go out of pocket. We will pay the additional months as we move forward from the proceeds we make with Onpassive. And that's just because of the sheer volume of Onpassive. The founding members of Onpassive going forward, you will never go out of pocket a second time, even though that membership fee is a monthly fee. And it's just because of the way Onpassive is structured and the way the pay plan is structured. Let me get into the pay plan just a little bit. And the pay plan of Onpassive, it is proprietary. Ash Mufareh does not want us to talk about the pay plan. He does not want our competition to get a leg up on us. So I really can't talk about the specifics of the pay plan. I can tell you that it's better than anything I've ever seen. And as Ash reveals more to me, it's even better than I think it is. This pay plan is so good, it will rock your boat. But here's how it's going to work, just very, very basically. As Onpassive launches to the world, Ash Mufareh is going to go into the automated marketing platform. They're going to pull out one of those tools, and that tool is traffic. And then they're going to start driving traffic for all of us. And as Ash starts to drive traffic, they're going to bring in customers. Customers are going to come in, see the products of Onpassive. They're going to love them, they're going to join, and they're going to pay. And as those customers come in, they are placed underneath all of us, and we get paid off of the volume of that. And I've heard people say, well, that's kind of nice, but it's, maybe 5 or 6 sales a month, and a little bit of money. It's not really that much. You couldn't be further from the truth. The amount of volume that Onpassive is going to do, and I'll give you an example of that in just a second, it is massive. And the incomes that will be made because of the pay structure and how it is structured, it's just going to boggle your mind. There will be people coming into Onpassive and put in a position financially that they've never been. And I believe every founder in Onpassive will be one of those individuals. It really is remarkable. So as we look at the pay structure of Onpassive and them driving traffic for us, it's the same with those individuals that build a team. But as you build a team, what you're going to be doing is cutting time frames. And the way that works is, again, Ash is going to drive traffic. He's going to put volume under you. And if you have a team under you, he's going to put volume under them. You get paid for all of that, i.e. your time frame is cut. In other words, your bottom line needs are met quicker if you have a team. But don't worry about that. If you're not a team builder, again, this is totally automated. And as we pay the membership fee to Onpassive, one of the things we're doing is paying Onpassive to build our business. We are outsourcing that to Onpassive. And Onpassive is going to do all this automated. I think that's the right word. So as you look at a team builder, he's cutting time frames. But if you're not a team builder, don't worry about it. You're still in a really, really good place. So let's get back to volume. I want to stay on that theme just for a little bit, just to give you an idea of what's going to be coming. Today we're doing a Zoom. We're doing a webinar on Zoom. And Zoom is one of the big guys on the block. They have a webinar platform that 200 million people come in and use a day. That's massive. They really are one of the big guys on the block. And as you look at the webinar service of Zoom, Zoom has gone from about 19 billion, and in a year's time, they've gone to about 119 billion. Those numbers are somewhere in there. So they've had tremendous growth. They are a unicorn company. A unicorn company is a company that has a value of over $1 billion. That's what a unicorn company is. If we look at the webinar service, it's in the communication module. We're going to take that one product out and look at it. And if you look at that webinar service and you compare it with the Zoom webinar service, there is no comparison. Zoom has taken old technology, they've put it in a box, they put a bow on it and thrown it out there and given it to people. And they've done really, really well. But when you compare the webinar service of Zoom and the webinar service on Onpassive, there is no comparison. I believe after a year's time, because of the webinar service of Onpassive, I'm not sure Zoom will be in business. I think Onpassive will take the majority of the market share of Zoom. There are 25 other marketing platforms out there with a webinar service. I think many of those will be out of business also. That's how good the products of Onpassive are. And when you look at this one product taking over a major market share of the webinar platform, I believe in 1 year, Onpassive would be a unicorn company, a company that has a value of $1 billion. That's with one product. There are 50 other products in Onpassive that are just as good as the webinar product. They are built from the ground up, proprietary, cutting-edge technology, brand new technology. And when you add all 50 tools to Onpassive, instead of being a unicorn company in a year, Onpassive, and we know this today, Onpassive will be a unicorn company day one. And I want you to look at the sheer volume that they're going to be doing with just that one product, the webinar service. There will be tens of millions of people coming into Onpassive to use the webinar service because it is that good. And these individuals will come in and pay a monthly fee. Why is that important? It makes our income a residual income. Really, really important. So just this one product will make it a unicorn company. You add the 50 other products, they launch as a unicorn company. And you and I, as individuals coming in and participating with Onpassive, we have the ability to participate with everything that Onpassive does. And Ash is sharing the wealth with the founding members. That's one of his main goals. And as Onpassive grows, our income grows. And Onpassive, just their first year, is going to be massive. There is going to be an explosion online like you've never seen before. Really, really some cool things to take care of our bottom line. And that's what we all want to hear. I want to go down and talk about the customer just very, very quickly. Yes, Onpassive is going to be doing massive business to affect our bottom line. But Ash has done some really ingenious things. And the customer side really is a great example of that, the genius of Onpassive. And as I think about the customer side, I believe that 80% of the people coming into Onpassive will be customers. These individuals will be coming in because the products are so superior. They don't care about Onpassive. They just want a better product that will take care of their work, make it easier, and take care of their bottom line. And again, the people coming in to use Onpassive could be K through 12, could be colleges, could be small, medium, large-size businesses, governments, personal use. It will be all of those. These individuals will come in, they will use the products, and they will pay the monthly fee. Most of these individuals are using similar products that are online right now. They're already paying a monthly fee. They have a very, very good budget. And when Onpassive comes out, they'll switch to Onpassive, they'll pay the fee, have no problem paying that monthly fee. Absolutely love that, because that makes our income residual income. But here's the genius behind Onpassive. As Ash thought about these individuals, he knew there was about 20% that as they come in and use the tools, they're going to love them, but they always have a problem at the end of the month, and they're wondering, can I continue to pay to use these tools? And I don't know if you've ever been in that situation. I have. It's not a very pleasant situation. Here's what Ash has done. As these individuals come in and pay the monthly fee, over time, the cost of those products will go down. Over time, the cost of those products will be zero. And over time, Onpassive is going to pay for them to use the products of Onpassive. Now, when I heard this, along with everything else, I was just in. I have never heard a company that is going to do what Ash Mufareh and his team in India are going to do through Onpassive. It is extraordinary. It is genius. And I believe these individuals that come in and use the products of Onpassive, and all of a sudden the cost of those products are zero and they're getting paid to use the products, I think they're going to junk whatever they're doing. They're going to come into Onpassive full time, and they will be in Onpassive because they're making more money with Onpassive. This is Onpassive. This Onpassive was made for you and I to take care of our bottom line. Yes, there are a lot of moving parts to Onpassive, but keep it very, very simple. You don't need to make this any more complicated than it is. It's self-funding. You'll be forced to be successful. Traffic, they're going to drive massive traffic, and customer is king. And then keep in mind that fifth term, volume. The amount of volume that Onpassive is going to do is astronomical, and it will benefit us financially in ways you can't imagine. So keep it very, very simple. I would recommend that you continue to explore Onpassive as you learn more, and there's a lot more to learn. It just gets better and better and better. And as you come into Onpassive, you will find a way forward. As Onpassive launches to the world this year, 2020, it is going to change lives. We are a worldwide company. We are on every continent in the world and just about every country in the world. And as we launch, yeah, lives are going to be changed in ways people never thought was possible. This is a really, really great place to be. Come on in, pay the $97, become a founding member, and then continue to explore Onpassive. Believe me, you will not be disappointed. And as we launch, get ready, because we are going to rock and roll, and your life is going to change.